What's up, guys? Red Wolf here, and welcome back to the Season 1 finale of our Coach to Glory series featuring Coach Christian Robles. We are chasing Nick Saban in this series, trying to match or exceed Coach Saban's national championships and conference championships. Coach Saban never won a conference championship as a coordinator, but he won 11 as a head coach, all in the SEC. He won 7 national championships, and today is our first opportunity to begin the road to catching Coach Saban. We're playing the Sam Houston Bearcats in the Conference USA Championship, and Coach Robles is hoping his offense is firing on all cylinders today. Let me know what you guys have thought of this series, especially the format of it. It's different than what I do in my NC State Dynasty, where we feature multiple games in this series. And as the offensive coordinator, I've only featured offensive plays. But once we become a head coach, I will throw in some more defensive plays just to show off what the team is doing. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with your friends. We start off today's game in possession of the football. We've driven almost the length of the entire field on our first drive, and Jacob Clark is picking up where he left off. He has been outstanding as a senior quarterback for Coach Robles in his first season as a coordinator. He's completed multiple passes on this drive and then scrambles out to the right side to pick up the first down. Junior Rennell Johnson, senior Gary Clinton, and James Blackstrain have all been outstanding receiving options for Clark as he eclipses 51 yards on this first drive. Now a pass to the back of the end zone looking for Clinton. Unable to get it, the defender knocks it away. On third down, Shamari Lawrence gets the carry and picks up the first down to make it first down and goal. Making back-to-back carries for Lawrence, breaking through a tackle, but getting taken down at the 1. 3 straight, and the third time's the charm. Lawrence gets into the end zone for the first time in this game, and we take a 7-0 lead. We're sitting at 10-2 overall, the number 23 team in the country in Missouri State's first year playing FBS football. And what a start to this Conference USA Championship game. We go up 7-0 and then skip ahead. We're toward the end of the first half now. Not much has happened. Sam Houston has tied the game, but we're looking to get some more points on the board before half. Clark looking for Josh Joyner out of the backfield, has a step on his man, but the safety makes a good play, ranges over, and picks it off down inside the 30. The Bearcats take over right at midfield, but are unable to score before the half. After halftime, we force a turnover, and we take over at the 18. Josh Joyner gets the carry and makes it first down and goal from the 5. On the ensuing play, Gary Clinton picks up the catch, but nowhere to go. Makes it second down and goal. On second down, Clark rolls out to the right, and he's going to show off his legs. He's done more scrambling today than we've seen most of the season. He gets into the end zone, and we take a lead here in this third quarter. We start this second half off strong, go up 14-7, and our defense now needs to come away with a stop. They get a turnover, and we pick it up on third down and 6. Clark in the pocket, firing toward the corner of the end zone. Gary Clinton goes up. He makes the grab in the corner of the end zone over the defender. An incredible catch for Clinton. He has had an outstanding season, but especially as of late, he's really come on strong. He scored several touchdowns on this route, the corner route to the back right of the end zone, and somehow is able to go up, get his hands on it, and retain possession throughout the catch. On the ensuing drive, after our defense gets the stop, he continues his hot play and picks up the first down. We're up 21-7, looking to add to that lead. After we add a couple of field goals, we pick it back up at the end of the fourth quarter. Jacob Clark in the pocket, looking for the end zone here, finding James Blackstrain for a gain of 8. That finally puts Clark over 200 yards today. On second down, Joyner gets blown up in the backfield to make it third down and 5. And we have a chance to ice it right here. Clark rolling out on third down. No choice but to throw it away. We add a field goal, and that's how the game ends. That's a conference championship in year 1 for offensive coordinator Christian Robles. Make that one conference championship for his career total. We're making our way toward Coach Saban, and that's the first step in getting there. What an outstanding year for this Missouri State Bears team. It was a lot of fun playing with these players and going to a conference where I haven't gotten much experience in past college football games. Missouri State ends their first season in FBS football on top of Conference USA. And that has to do well for Coach Christian Robles' resume. Remember, the purpose of this series is to move through the ranks as quickly as we can. And winning that conference championship should allow us to reach our goals much quicker. We have a long way to go before we reach the pinnacle of the sport. But I think if we continue doing this at every stop that we make, in no time, we'll be at a Power 4 team. Jacob Clark holds a couple of single-season records after one season with Christian Robles. A single-game record of 480 yards and 6 passing touchdowns. Season records, he throws for over 4,400 yards, has 39 touchdown passes, and Rennell Johnson has the trifecta, setting the single-season record in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. He was probably our most important player for the duration of the season. Gary Clinton had himself a great conference championship game, 5 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. Not a big surprise, Cade Klubnik wins the 2025 Heisman, but we also end up with our first award winner on offense. Gary Clinton is the John Mackey Award winner, finishing the season with almost 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. We've been invited to play the UNLV Rebels in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. However, we're going to hit the coach carousel before that game occurs. We might not even get to coach this team in the bowl game. Shamari Lawrence and Josh Joyner were an exciting 1-2 punch this year, combining for over 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns. Gary Clinton, James Blackstrain, and Josh Joyner round out the top 4 receivers, and Jamari Robinson had a quiet but solid season, eclipsing 500 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. We have our first All-American player as well. Gary Clinton is a first-team All-American, and Josh Joyner makes the freshman team. I'm going to keep track of all of our All-American and All-Conference performers as we go throughout this series. Josh Joyner, Rennell Johnson, and Gary Clinton are first-team All-Conference USA selections. Inexplicably, Jacob Clark is not a first-team All-Conference USA quarterback. He doesn't make the second team either. Shamari Lawrence is a second-team selection at the running back position, so both of our running backs make all-conference selections. As freshmen, Josh Joyner leads the way, but then we also have Isaiah McMorris and Jerron Askren. They didn't play much, so there must not have been much competition. But as we head toward the end of this episode, I know today was a short video, but I wanted to leave it here. We have 4 job offers. I've already made my decision. However, I want you to guess in the comments which school you think we end up at. We could become an OC at Marshall or Temple, or we could start our head coaching journey. Troy is a big option. I've really looked at their roster. I've looked at what they could offer us, but I've also looked at Georgia State. We could go ahead and jump into the head coaching ranks and try to speed up this process just a little bit. I'll leave you with that. Guess in the comments where we end up. The next episode will reveal where we go, and it will also be the season 1 offseason of that team where we end up. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with all of your friends who you think might be interested. I will see you guys later.